Good morning. I'm coming to you from Little America, Wyoming. Yeah, that's right, back in Little America, Wyoming. No, it's not broke down this time. No, we're not going to be installing no turbo. We're doing any kind of heavy duty diesel mechanics here today. We're just here to get some fuel. We're on our way to Illinois. Got the step deck loaded up this week. Got a load of steel. That's a big girl. Oh man, forgot to clean my windshield. Lady luck shining on me today. Finally got a tailwind. Let's see how well some of you know Wyoming. You caught what I did right there. If you plan to come to Wyoming, you're probably going to experience some of this construction. The thing about Wyoming, every summer they rebuild a whole section of freeway. They set the speed limit at 65. And so if you're going to come to Wyoming, please do at least 65. I was on my bike, stuck behind somebody doing 50 miles an hour through here. Unfortunately, my patience ran out, if you know what I mean. I gotta pull over and get this windshield clean. That was a joke going into this Love's. You never know how long you're gonna sit here. Lately, my go-to has been these hot dogs from Love's. I don't know what it is about these all-beef hot dogs. Their buns are super soft. I don't know what makes these buns so good, but they're good. Add a bag of these mini pretzels, I'm good to go. Just got to the top of Sherman, jump out and stretch the legs. It's right across from the Lincoln Memorial something or another. I can't remember. Something about this highway is Lincoln Highway. There's a plaque over here. I've never noticed. I'm gonna go check it out. That's pretty boring. Thought I was gonna say something about the Lincoln Highway. Can't quite remember, but I think Lincoln had something to do with the vision of the first transcontinental highway, the first improved highway from the Pacific to the Atlantic. Anyway, they named it after him, Lincoln Memorial Highway or something. I had to ask the Google to refresh my memory. So the Lincoln Highway was just named after President Lincoln to invoke patriotism and to honor President Lincoln's legacy. Oh, that looks like a bad day. I had a lot of hay catch on fire once and burned down on the ground. On one of my trucks, I was following it, just come out of a construction zone. Don't know what caused it. Either somebody flicking a cigarette butt out of the window, probably. Not very fun sitting on the side of the road watching your trailer burn to the ground. Good morning. It's a new day in York, Nebraska. Still heading east towards Illinois. Let's roll. This morning I'm having some rehydrated, freeze-dried ham and eggs. Not quite as good as fresh ham and eggs, but it'll do in a pinch. Last night I was planning on stopping in Grand Island to have dinner at the Thunder Road Grill, but I screwed up and didn't take the exit because I thought that the southbound exit was separate from the northbound exit, thinking that there was an A and a B. So I missed the exit. Ended up continuing on to York. I was just gonna have dinner at the Iron Skillet, but I walked in there and they were closed. I don't know why these truck stop cafes don't stay open later. It wasn't Applebee's across the road a ways, but by then I was a little ornery and didn't feel like going for a walk, so I just had ramen noodles in my truck. Trying to jump off, get some fuel. I'm grateful for it because I've been sitting on a full bladder for quite a while. Gonna be a zero sugar orange cream Coca-Cola. Can't say I'm a fan. Got a buffalo chicken ranch tater burrito and some mini beef tacos. Living the high life. Not enough buffalo on this buffalo burrito. Got to put some Frank's on it. Frank's cayenne pepper sauce. Never leave home without it. No kidding. This says Frank's Red Hot was the secret ingredient used in the original buffalo wings created in Buffalo, New York, 1964. I always wondered why they called buffalo sauce. Made no sense to me. It must have been because it was the sauce used in Buffalo, New York. Sounds like I'm gonna have to take a road trip to Buffalo, New York to try out the wings up there. If that's where they originated from, that's where they ought to be the best. And I love buffalo wings. Yes, pulling up to Newport, Kankakee. Holy cow, there's a freaking line here. Truck's waiting to get loaded. An hour and a half later, finally pulling onto the scale. This place is worse than Plymouth. I had to put my costume on so I could go on tarp. Heading up to Oshkosh, Wisconsin to pick up my reload in the morning. I'm a little nervous. Got a phone call today from the shipper. They were thinking I was going to be there today. I told them I was going to be there until tomorrow. They said, all right, we'll call the broker. Later I texted the broker and I asked him if we were still good to go. And I never heard back from him. So I'm going to be pretty upset if I get all the way up there and there's no load. Good morning. It's a new day. Turning northbound. Just outside of Milwaukee, trying to get clear of this construction. Heading up to Oshkosh to pick up a M11 military truck and trying to make some arrangements. Go watch a ball game. The Braves are in town, playing the Brewers. Let's see if we can make that happen. Alright, good to go. Alright, on down to Madison, Wisconsin. Let's roll. Got the bike unloaded and I'm just going to run in and grab a shower, get cleaned up. All clean. So I don't get out to Wisconsin very often. I used to quite a bit. I got a sister that lives out here. Haven't seen her in a while. Life has been so busy, she hasn't been home. But I haven't seen her for a while, so my first stop is to go visit. Let's roll. I want to build a deck like that. That's awesome. And just drive my bike up onto it with Grant. Less moving parts. I think that guy was there loading when I was.
Hey.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Wait, are you Sheldon?
I am!
Oh, no way!
How you been?
Good, I didn't recognize you.
I just left my sister's house. Unfortunately, she wasn't there. She was at a basketball game for the youngest nephew. But I had a nice visit with my brother-in-law and my other two nephews. Really good to see them again. So I guess I'll head to Milwaukee now.
Looking for the motorcycle lot?
Yeah.
Right in front of Hellfair Field then.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right? Have a great time. Nice play.
Thank you. Got me a shirt. Just waiting for the game to start. And the home of the Braves. Here we go.
Alright, we're back on the road. It's the next day. Unfortunately, the Braves lost. And I cut out of the game a little early to avoid the traffic. Made it back to the truck stop, got the bike loaded back up, and trucked into Iowa, went to bed. Now it's the next day, so good morning. Just out here rolling down the road, enjoying my cold brew. I just got to remind myself that I don't go to the game to see them win. I don't go to the game to see them lose either, but I go to the game to watch them play. So if you do that, then every game is a success. Just stopped here at this Flying J. Got me a salad from Wendy's. I don't remember there being a Wendy's in there before. No, I think it's new. But the Taco John's in there. That's where I got my name Scout. My CB handle, road name. Went in there to order me a burrito for lunch. And they asked me my name for the order. And whenever they do that, I never want to tell them Sheldon because I get sick of having to spell my name. I think that's too much to ask to have to spell your name just to order your lunch. So I tell them Scott because I figure that most people know how to spell Scott. Scott's my middle name. Never went by Scott growing up because that's my mother's maiden name. So in my family, Scott was a last name, not a first name. So anyway, gal takes my order, asks me my name. I tell her Scott. She says S-C-O-U-T, and I just look at her. Yep. Oh, I couldn't believe it. So then my order comes up, and the other guy hollers out my name. He looks at the ticket, hollers Scout, and I look over at her, and she looks at him and just kind of rolls her eyes, and she says, "It's Scott." It's hilarious. So now I tell people my name's Sheldon Scout Hunsinger. I love it when God washes the bugs off my windshield for me. Oh, what a day, what a day. Made it to Laramie, Wyoming. I'm beat. Go grab some dinner, go to bed. Good morning. It's a beautiful day here in Laramie, Wyoming. Got a couple orders of business before we hit the road. First things first, we gotta get this windshield washed. Look at that. It's crazy. Time for new chains. Check the bike. Looking good. Alright, let's roll. Had a cold brew this morning. Ooh. That tastes sweet. This is rare. Really rare. Can't believe it. Tailwind. a delivery here in Ogden. This truck kicked off. My gosh, the back end of this truck must have been really wanting to bounce around. Busted in that. Yeah, I don't know why in the heck this truck would be bucking around so much on the back end to break my chains, but that thing was putting up a fight though. Alright, another happy customer. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by dropping a comment down below. Hit that like and subscribe button while you're at it. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. I'm just learning. Any feedback would be muchly appreciated. And with that, I gotta go pick up my next load. So we'll see you in the next one.